Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Sebastian and I want to share with you some methods on how to maximize your performance when working with Qt Creator. I have already opened one of my side projects that I'm working on. It's a tool that grabs data from Jira and shows one graph that collates multiple projects and shows relationships between the single stories. But without further ado, let's dive into the tricks I want to share with you. Personally, I try to focus on one thing at a time, so first of all, let's get rid of all these distractions. To do so, Qt Creator supports full screen mode. To enable it, we need to go to Window, Full Screen. Now that's a lot better. As you can see, all those windows that are trying to steal our attention are now hidden and we can focus on our task. But wait! There is some wasted screen area that we could use in a different way. To maximize our code view, we can hide the sidebar and the so-called mode selector. To do so, we go to Window and deselect Sidebar and Mode Selector. Now that's great. We now have the whole screen covered in code and we can use the gain space wisely. I find myself often struggling with huge files, I mean really huge, with files bigger than 50,000 lines of code. We don't have to argue about it that these files are too large, and I'm constantly refactoring them to get smaller and smaller. What works best for me in such projects is the capability of Qt Creator to work in split screen mode. To activate it, we have this little button next to our editor pane. And we can select to split the screen either horizontally vertically or open it in a new window, which is especially useful if you're using more than one monitor. We can use these panes to show different sections of the same file, or we can switch to other files as well. I now want you to say hello to your new best friends. The locator that you can enable with Ctrl K and the quick fix menu that you can enable with Ctrl and Return. More on this a little bit later. You can use the locator to navigate your project and more. To see a list of possible actions, click on the small magnifying glass. The functions I use most are M for method, C for class, and L for go to line. Now to the quick fix menu. This menu adapts depending on the text under your cursor and is my personal favorite. I'll give you a glimpse on what is possible. Let's create a new method. We can either begin with the implementation and let Qt Creator generate our declaration. There it is. Or we can begin with the declaration and let Qt Creator generate our implementation. We can move implementations around. We can move the definition to the header file. Or we can move the implementation outside the class in the same file or to the corresponding source file if it's found. We can also use it to create getters and setters for our members. We can use it to extract functionality into new methods. We can also use it to implement new derived methods from an interface. For this we select an interface or a derived class, and the Insert Virtual Functions of Base Class dialog lets us select which functions we want. So let's override the event function. There it is. It has not been implemented yet, but adding the definition, and we have it here. We can also use the quick fix menu to let Qt Creator autocomplete switch statements. Let me show how this works. Let's create a new function. Inside the function we need a variable. And let's create a switch. Let's clean it and then create the switch statement. I'm sure that there are still more possibilities, but the mentioned ones are the ones I use most. One very powerful editing feature that is integrated is the multi-line editing, where you are typing in more than one line at the same time. Let me show you how this looks. To activate it, place your cursor in the first line you want to edit and hold Shift and Alt key while moving with the cursor keys. And now let's type some text. To rename a symbol, a variable or a method, just select it, press Ctrl-Shift-R. Qt Creator will then look for the usages and you can type in here. To give you another example, let's change this variable. So these were my favorite tricks on how to boost productivity with Qt Creator. If you like this video, please let me know either by giving me a thumbs up or leave a comment. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, as I'm planning to upload more videos like this in the future. Do you have any tricks that I have left out? Then please leave a comment below as well. Thank you for your time and happy coding!